Hey there. So I'm going to tell you about some of the strange customs in some of the Asian countries I went to. Um, in Vietnam, the woman handles all the money, which might be very similar to here. But if there's a divorce, the man can walk out with whatever he has on his back, whatever he can carry out, but that's all he gets. He gets nothing else. She gets everything else. If the woman should die, the man can marry any one of the women's siblings that are unmarried. Doesn't matter how old they are. They can't say no. They automatically come in and replace the wife that died. So that's kind of strange in 2016. Um, in China, this is bizarre now. In China, um, if you get run over, if you run over a pedestrian, and the pedestrians have no rights in China, so everybody else can go. You have to kind of dodge cars and scooters and all. But if you get hit and they kill you, they owe your family $30,000 in restitution. If they don't kill you, they literally back up and finish the job and roll over you until you're dead because it's cheaper for them to kill you than it is to uh, to have to pay your bills until you're healthy. Yeah. The other thing that they do in China is I'm in Shanghai, and Shanghai, gorgeous waterfront, all these beautiful buildings, the Bund, and all just thousands of people hanging out. And at 10 o'clock, all the lights go out. I'm like, what's going on? Well, the way they control their people in China is 10 o'clock, all the lights must be out on the public buildings, and 11 o'clock, all the subways stop running. So there's a mass exodus from 10 to 11 of people hustling to the subway because if you miss the subway, now you got to get home on your own, whether it's taxi or walking or whatever, and that can be very expensive where the subway is pretty cheap. So you got a lot of freedom there, but they also have a way of controlling you. And this was a Friday night, Saturday night, it doesn't matter. You got to go home. Um, in Thailand, they have lady boys. So there's boys, girls, and lady boys. The weird part about lady boys is that they have to start giving injections of hormones by the age of 10 years old. So whether it's the parents, the child, whoever decides to be a lady boy, and again, lady boys are very common, so everyone knows about lady boys. You see lady boys. It's part of the culture. Um, at 10 years old, you start taking hormones, and they say that if they say if you see a really really pretty girl, she's probably a lady boy because the hormones have really kicked in and they're just stunning. The difference with a lady boy and somebody here in the states, the lady boy keeps her genitals and adds breasts, so you have both. So there you go. That's a lady boy. Um, and then okay, one other thing about Thailand, um, prostitution is legal. So the term "love you long time" is actually from Thailand, and here's what it means. Let's say it's $20 to go home with somebody, and they go home with you for a short time, an hour or two, and then they go home. Love you long time means they spend the night with you. They get an extra $5. So they will say love you long time, and they want to stay over the night, and and sometimes they'll stay 2 or 3 days until you actually leave. So anyway, that's just Thailand, bizarre, but that's how it is. And then the last thing I got here is Nepal. Um, they have monks and nuns and holy men, and I'm talking babies. These kids, girls and boys, shave their heads at 5, 6, 8 years old, and the girls are in pink and the boys are in either orange or purple, and they live their entire life as a nun or a monk or a holy person, and but they're extremely religious there, and yeah, so they just start young and they actually go live, with a group of people, and that's their life. And you only see them in their robes, and you never see them carrying any possessions or just barefoot and in their robes. All right, well, that's some of the crazy customs and worldly ways that I've discovered on my trip.